Hello everyone, welcome to Ammo Code. In this video, let's display the individual posts from the list of posts. So before moving into today's topic, in the previous video, I did a small change in here. Instead of enclosing our contents in this div container class, what I did in the base template, I enclosed this body block inside this container so that there is no necessity to provide a container div class within each body block, so that all the contents in our body block will be automatically aligned towards the near center. Okay, as you can see in here. So coming back to our topic, view to display our individual posts. So okay, let on clicking on one of the posts in the post list, this is the post list. On clicking on one of it, let's actually show the details of individual posts. Let us name our view as post detail. Let me create an view in here, def post detail, and as usual let me pass in the request variable, and after in here we need to get the particular post that user clicks on here. For now, let me get the first post and display it to the front end. After that, we will add on the logics so that we could get the particular post that user clicks on. For now, let me get the first post from the database with the help of .get command from post.objects.get. With the help of tk equal to 1, I could get the first post, and let me return it into the front end with the help of render method. It's the same request variable and in the location for it. As of now, I don't have any template for this post detail view, so let me create one in here. Let me give it as post detail, the same name. The same name is acceptable. And let me get rid of these. Okay, let me include the path of that location in here. Post, under post directory we have post detail.html, that's it. And we have to pass our post variable within our within our dictionary, sorry, as I said. And I'm passing this post information under the key name of post. Okay, that's it. We have created our post detail view. Okay, let's go and work with our template file, and we are going to extend this from our base.html, and in the title block let me give it as detail view, that's it. This will go and replace this content, and so under here it will show as detail view for us when we visit this detail view. Okay, and also in our body block, let me close that block too. In this body block, we have to display the contents that we pass it from our view. We can use the double curly braces syntax to do it. So post dot title. Okay, we are done now, and we have to provide an URL for this post detail view. So under our post directory, and then sorry, view not views, urls.py file, let us provide another path. So path, let me name it as detail. So in here we need to import that view that's named post detail. So I'm passing those in here, and let me supply it a name post detail. So we have created our view too. So let's check whether on navigating to this location and whether the first post information is being shown to our front end. Okay, there should be some of the break tags to show it in a nicer format. Let me include four of those. Okay, it's good. Now it's showing the first post information, and the main motive of this video is to show the particular post's information on which it is clicked. Okay, and when I click on first post, it should show its information, and when I click on second post, it should show its information. So now let's go and work on the clickable thing in here, post detail view. So on clicking on any of these posts, the post detail view location will get fired. There's no hard rule in here, just enclose those with an anchor tag. That's it. This anchor tag will redirect you to some specific locations. So we have enclosed these things in our anchor tag, and in here we need to give the location of our detail view, right? So in here we could say slash detail, and if we supply some location with a forward slash before it, it means the relative location from the main URL. So on doing it, if you can see in here bottom, you could see localhost colon 8000, it's going to slash detail view. So let me click on one of it, and you can see it's navigated to that detail view. And this is somewhat a hard coding technique, and we won't be using this type of techniques in here. Rather than, there's a special functionality with Django template named URL, and we could supply the URL name in here to actually redirect to that particular location. That's the use of providing the name under each path. So in here we have to provide the URL location of this detail path, right? Its name is post detail. Let me copy it and paste those in here as a string format. So what this URL method does, it will search for this name in our URLs file, and will pick out the particular location, and it will supply those in here. So this is the best practice to do in Django. So that's it. If we could go and refresh our server, it works the same and it works perfectly fine. Okay, as of now we are displaying the same post for all clicks on different posts. Even if I click the first post, it shows the first post, and even if I click the second one, it shows the same thing, because in this view file we just get the first post in here. But this is not our motive of this video. What we need is to get, if we click on second post, it should show that post's information, and if we have numerous posts in here, on clicking on every particular post, it should show that particular post's information on which the user clicks. So to implement this functionality, we need to find a way to pass the PK of the post that user clicks to this post detail view. Okay, if we could pass the information of the particular post on which the user clicks, we could use that PK information in here, and we could get the particular post information, and we can pass those to a front end. Making sense? Yeah. So let me explain this idea in a nutshell. Okay, since we need the PK of the post to get a particular post from our view, we can pass the PK of the clicked post in our URL. Okay, since we need the PK of the post to get the particular post from our view, we could pass the pk of the particular post on which the user clicks in our url, and we could extract only the pk or id value from that url and store it into the variable, and that variable could be passed into our post detail view so that we can use that variable to get the particular post from the database. Yeah, I think that you got the idea behind this. So let us execute the idea that we explained before a second. So we could modify our URL to accept the dynamic value and store that value into a variable. Any of the dynamic part in our URL can be written in this following structure, and in here, as I said, it should we should pass the type of data that's going to accept from the URL, and in here, as id is of integer type, we need to pass int in here, and after the colon sign you need to pass the name of the variable on which the data should be stored. For now, let me give it as pk itself. So what this will do is, if I could supply, wait a second. So if I could supply a path named detail slash 1 or 2 or 3, this location will get mapped to this URL, and this number that we supply here will get mapped to this field, and it will get stored in the variable name of pk. And in here in our views we can accept that pk variable, and we can use that pk variable in here to get the particular post from the database. Okay, oh, this is the core logic behind the passing data from the URL to our view. So that's one another thing to do. Still now we haven't passed the pk or id to the post detail URL. As you can hover over any of this particular post, you could see it just shows detail. We are not passing the pk or id of the particular post that we click on. To do it in our home template, and in here in this URL method we need to generate the URL along with the particular post id. Okay, id or primary key, right? So to do it, we just need to supply the post id after that URL name, post.pk. What this loop does is, it will get a particular post from the post list, and each particular post, and this will generate the post detail URL with this dynamic field as this value. Okay, making sense? And it will do and it will generate the URL for every other iterations. And so if I hover over this particular post, you could see down in here it shows slash detail slash 1, and if I could hover over on second one, you could see the down in here it shows slash detail slash 2, and when I click on the second post it shows the detail of the second post, and if I could click on the first post it should show the detail of the first post. And in here you could also see our URL location is being dynamic with the help of this URL method and this pattern right in our path. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, please give this video a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Bye for now.